Hey, Vinny Lips here from the new Off the Block Studios, and it's that time of year again. We've hit March, and that only means one thing: college men's volleyball bracketology, because that NCAA tournament is less than 2 months away. So with that in mind, let's talk about a couple of matches to keep an eye on this weekend that could have a big effect in the bracketology and could be the deciding factor of whether or not a team gets an at-large bid or possibly gets a higher seed. So the biggest match this weekend, that's going to take place at Penn State as the Nittany Lions. They host a little non-conference tournament with CSUN, #1 Long Beach State, and Mount Olive from the Conference Carolinas, all coming up to Pennsylvania. Biggest match among that group is going to be Penn State, Long Beach State. Now remember, when we talk about bracketology, there's various selection criteria categories. Obviously, non-conference record is one of them, so that's going to be a boost to the Long Beach State Penn State winner. But the other criteria category that could be influenced in this match is going to be record against teams under consideration for the NCAA tournament. Both Long Beach State and Penn State are in that grouping right now. Both are having very strong seasons. Both are on good winning streaks. However, a win here, and that could really bolster those teams' resumes and help them in the RPI as well, as that first RPI is going to come on out as well. So big match for Long Beach State as they play Penn State. However, not to be overlooked for Long Beach State is that match against Mount Olive. This is another good opportunity for Long Beach State to get a good quality non-conference victory, because once again, remember that selection criteria category, teams under consideration for the NCAA tournament. Mount Olive has a chance to win the Conference Carolinas, and if they do, a win against Mount Olive really helps the 49ers in a race, and they need all the help they can get because it is going to be a tight race in the MPSF with 4 teams. Along with Long Beach State, you have Stanford, BYU, UCLA, all in contention for those 2 at-large bids and the MPSF Tournament Championship. So we talked about the East Coast, but there's a few more matches that you're going to want to circle and keep an eye on as well. Going on out to the Midwest, keep an eye on Ohio State this weekend. They are playing host to Loyola and Lewis. And really a big opportunity for the Buckeyes to booster their RPI if they can get 2 victories against these teams. And then you also have to keep in mind, you kind of look at the at-large scenario. If Ohio State were to lose in the MIVA tournament, you kind of look at it, Ohio State would have to go on a really good run. They're probably the only non-West Coast team right now, or I would say them and Penn State, that have a legitimate chance to still get an at-large bid if they were to falter in their conference tournament. However, for Ohio State, for them to have that scenario and keep that scenario alive, they have to win this weekend. So 2 big home matches for them. Also, moving out further west, keep an eye on the Ball State match against Grand Canyon. Ball State has been the surprise team this year. No one was expecting a whole lot from them, but they are 13-3 on a 10-match winning streak. They're playing good, and they are traveling to Grand Canyon. Ball State really needs to be able to avoid a couple upsets here. And if you're a UCLA fan, you are cheering for Ball State like no other to win both matches this weekend, because a strong Ball State record helps you out, because the Cardinals, after they're done playing at Arizona, they travel to LA to take on UCLA on Monday night. So once again, Ball State, if they have a good record, that helps UCLA in the RPI and the strength of schedule. And if the Bruins get a victory, potentially could help them out overall in that race for when you talk about the non-conference category. So those are a couple matches to keep your eye on. Also, we talked some conference matches. One MPSF conference match that I think that you're going to want to circle, keep an eye and watch is going to be BYU. They're closing out their 2-match series against Hawaii on the islands. BYU looked very impressive, very, very impressive in a sweep against the Rainbow Warriors on Wednesday night. Playing the series finale on Friday, BYU can get a win. That helps them in their resume and their quest to possibly win not only an MPSF title, but make a case for an at-large bid if they were to falter in the conference tournament. Well, that's going to do it for us here for our breakdown of what to watch for this weekend.